All right, so starting off with the quarterback position for the Week 8 cash plays, I will say either I'm paying up at quarterback for Jalen Hurts. I think that's going to be a strong play going against Pittsburgh. Okay, we saw him come off of his worst game of the season last time we saw him. Okay, had a bye week. I think he's fine. I think he's going to be a stellar play. He's a play that I'm perfectly fine paying up for. But honestly, guys, like I have just been paying down for Sam Ehlinger. Okay, he's a player that it doesn't take much for him to be able to hit value. Okay, and he just opens up a lot for the rest of your builds. Like if he can get to 12 DK points, I'm happy with it. You know, that's a touchdown and like 200 passing yards. Like we will certainly take that against Washington, a defense that hasn't been good up until last week. That's a play that I like, and maybe get you like 2 DK points or so rushing the football as well. He's a play that I just like because it opens up a lot for the rest of your builds. From there, we're going into the running back room. Like Derrick Henry going against Houston, that is an absolute smash spot. He should be the highest owned player on the slate. I don't know if you guys watched the ownership leverage video, but I really echoed that he should be the highest owned player on the slate. Josh Jacobs is currently the highest projected owned running back on the slate, and that's because he's coming off of like 3 straight games. One of those games was against Houston, the easiest defense for an opposing running back. Okay, Derrick Henry has been getting like over 30 opportunities per game, and now he gets the best matchup that he's going to get all season against Houston. Like he should be locked into 20 DK points. I am absolutely paying up for that. Should be a super safe play for you. From there, like yes, you could go Josh Jacobs. I like the idea of going Saquon Barkley still, guys, paying up for him a little bit, but yes, that's why we're playing Sam Ehlinger so that we can lock in around 20 DK points for both of our running backs, and hopefully we get a little bit more from them. I guess the biggest issue from Saquon is that he's been too consistent, okay? We haven't seen that ceiling game since week 1 where he got 36 DK points, but nothing wrong with locking in 20 DK points. Nothing wrong with locking in over 20 opportunities in a plus matchup going against Seattle, a matchup in which, you know, it's been giving up a lot of DK points, fantasy points to opposing running backs. He's kind of just a simple, easy play. And then from there, guys, like there are a bunch of like quality secondary plays you can go with in this slate. Tony Pollard is going to be the one that I think is going to be the most chalky just because Zeke is looking like he's going to be doubtful. I think we can get around 20 opportunities from Tony Pollard in a great matchup going against Chicago. Another matchup base play where, you know, Chicago has just struggled against the run thus far this season. So Tony Pollard, just kind of an easy play at 6.1. You could fit him into your builds. I will mention like Eno Benjamin, Raheem Mostert are all both cash plays to me as well. If you end up on them, I'm fine with it. And then I will say, like, if you're forced to, Deonta Foreman as well. Like, once again, if you're forced to, like, I don't mind putting him into the flex if you're trying to get 3 running back plays as well. 5.3 cheap price point going against the Atlanta Falcons with Hubbard out. He's a player that could get around, 15 to 20 opportunities in this one. I did like the fact that he had 2 receptions in the last game, so maybe that could create a little bit of a floor as well. Looking at the receiver position, guys, honestly, like you could make a strong argument for the top 5 highest priced players on the slate to be on your cash build. A lot of people are going with Tyreek Hill, which I have done a ton this season already. If we can afford to pay up for Tyreek Hill, yes, I do think that is the right move. Should be looking at 10 targets. Gets a great matchup against the Detroit Lions. A matchup you do want to be targeting. He should be a stellar play for you as well. We'll put him in there for now. I don't know if we can fit him in there. Devontae Adams as well, a very strong play as well going against New Orleans. Now, yes, they're expected to get Marshawn Lattimore back, but they're still kind of banged up in that secondary. Devontae Adams should be able to go off and have a great game. And then from there, just keeping it simple, like Chris Olave should be locked into a bunch of targets. Let's say 6 to 12 targets or so. The matchup with the Raiders is a matchup that you've been targeting this whole season because they are poor defensively, especially in the past. Well, actually, in the rushing game as well. Chris Olave with Michael Thomas and with Jarvis Landry out hasn't really changed his role too much. Okay, it's kind of increased it as well, like kind of increased his floor. At the very least, we should be getting like 12 DK points. Upside to get like 30 DK points if he really breaks the slate, scores a touchdown or so. So yes, Chris Olave, great price point play. Just a player that I've been going out of my way to play. And then from there, we do have some decent receiver value. I love the idea of going with DJ Moore. You look at this offense with Christian McCaffrey, it actually looked better, but you look at the offense without Christian McCaffrey, it should flow more directly through DJ Moore, kind of like it did last week. Now, the targets have been there. He has been open a lot this season. Finally, PJ Walker was able to hit him while he was open. Okay, that was refreshing, needless to say. And that was against Tampa, a very solid defense. Now he gets the Atlanta Falcons, which a very solid defense as well, just not as good. Okay, maybe, I don't know. They make some plays, but they've been poor as the season has progressed defensively against receivers. Okay, DJ Moore is someone that I do think will have a very solid game or a safe game. Like 10 DK points is kind of what I'm expecting. If we get 20 DK points, I'm certainly happy with it. It's a price point play, and it's a usage play. And then from there, I do really like Alec Pierce, who has seen his snap counts go up and up each game thus far to about 80% last week. I think we could see that again, like 80 to 90% of the snaps, maybe 95% of the snaps. Okay. The issue is Paris Campbell is still playing a lot of snaps. Michael Pittman's, we know his snaps are guaranteed. Maybe we just see more 3 receiver sets from them where Alec Pierce is operating in there a little bit more. What's weird, he saw his most snaps last week, but he also had his worst game in a while. He had 3 straight games where he scored over 10 DK points. Last week, played his most snaps, only 6.7 DK points, only 4 targets. Kind of strange there. I would expect that to get corrected as well, but he should be a solid play for you. Tight end wise, I kind of been struggling. Honestly, I just like the idea of going with Tyler Higbee or Hunter Henry. Like Hunter Henry playing a bunch of snaps now the last 3 weeks, even with Jonnu Smith healthy. Now, yes, last week he had a poor game against Chicago. Okay, didn't really need him to have a good game. Chicago has been good defensively against opposing tight ends as well. The matchup with the Jets, not a matchup that you're worried about tight end wise. So I do kind of expect him to get right around 5 targets or so, get it right around 6 to 10 DK points. We're not looking for him to smash. He should be a floor play for you, a play that I don't mind currently. Defensively, I have been wanting to go with the Patriots. If I can't fit the Patriots, I will go Washington, the Commanders. Okay. Yes, we see that I like the Commanders or the Colts on the slate, but at the same time, the Commanders are very cheap for a defense that has been all right. So, not a bad play. And then we just got to figure out where we want to make our adjustments here, build-wise. Do we go off at Tyreek Hill? Do we go off at Saquon Barkley? That's kind of the 2 routes that I've been going. Okay, so let's go off at Saquon. So then we have like 5.7 left over. Maybe you go Foreman then and pay up for the Patriots defense. You could go that route. So let's see what it looks like without Tyreek Hill in there. 6.1 left over. You could go Brandon Ayuk, who I don't hate, not someone I'm particularly going out of my way to play. I do think Brandon Cooks could be a cash play if he's not injured. Sure, we'll put Brandon Ayuk in there for now. Let's go back to Tyreek Hill then. I want to show you one more. So this is kind of chasing a little bit of the chalk here. Josh Jacobs at running back instead of Saquon. Alec Pierce at receiver, and then I guess we probably would have to go with Saquon. Oh, we don't have enough salary for Saquon. Oh no. We'll go Bears D. Bears D, I think we'll go positive at least. So a decent build process that we have in the slate, although I don't love it as much as I've loved the previous slates. All right, that's all I have for you guys in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. That does help with the channel a lot, which helps me be able to help you guys out. All right, thanks for watching, guys. And as always, let's keep cashing.